Tengai, Makyō, Jiraiya. We were trying to get we wanted to do the castle boss. I think I remember the way. Do you know the way? I don't know if we need more levels before doing that, though. I don't remember. I remember I tried it and failed. There is a Genesis point and click Scooby-Doo game that looks decent. I'm curious about it. I don't think I would enjoy it, but it looks very interesting. Scooby-Doo. If you ever do a Scooby-Doo retrospective, there is one game we can skip. The Looney Tunes crossover, it's already done. Battle Mario, congratulations on your 70 stream streak. That's a lot. Like this SNES Scooby-Doo game is one of the fun I've ever played myself. Yeah, the Genesis one, again, it looks fun, but I don't think it is fun. I think it just looks fun. I could be mistaken. I've never seen anyone play it. Yes. He has to very carefully explain to you how loading the game works. I think I'm gonna level up a bit. I could level until we get 1,000. Then when we get 1,000 gold or Rio, we can store it away, and then we can go down because resume the timer, because then if we die we don't lose the gold, the Rio. Yes, that. Working my way up to 10. No, for now, just this one. Like, it's going to leave me interested in playing the other ones. I have to check like which one is the next one, whether it has a fan translation or not. I don't even remember how I came across this one. But it's one of those games that, you know, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's going to remain on my radar. Alongside the next Shin Megami Tensei, Ember Moon. There is Ultima of the World too, but that would have to be on the Ultima Retrospective, which, good lord. That's one that sounds very interesting, but good lord, man. Right, now I'm just gonna do some battles here at the door. While I try to remember how this... I don't know how crying works. SNES one has one more mystery than the Genesis Scooby. It's more puzzle mystery game. Catches the vibe of the show perfectly. Sounds good. I actually don't think I've ever played a Scooby-Doo game. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't like Scooby-Doo. I watched it 1 or 2 episodes, I thought it was kind of alright, and then all the other episodes were all the exact same all the time, so... They are, there's nothing wrong with that, but they are all the same. And I just thought it was kind of boring, I guess. I never had any, like, emotional attachment to Scooby-Doo. If you're asking me, no, I haven't played any Scooby-Doo games. But you're probably asking about Mario. Some good and some a lot of bad. Yeah, I can't tell you which one I watched. I was a kid, it just said Scooby-Doo on TV. It was like late 80s? But again, anything down here would be like delayed compared to whenever it aired up there. Yeah, my whole experience with Scooby-Doo gaming is that Looney Tunes game. Where it is like 25% Scooby-Doo at some point when the event is over. I don't remember how much it costs to sleep at the inn, because I need 1,000 plus inn costs. And here is nearly dead. It's 50 HP. I was trying to remember, it's 50 HP for that healing. Experience with most games is through a streamer. That's fine. That's fine. It's cheaper. It's less investment. You don't have to get the game running. You don't have to learn the game. You can just live vicariously through someone else. It's like watching a cooking show. Oh, that looks so good. I should make that someday. Of course, you're never gonna. Can't be bothered. 100, but the other one. Yeah, that's another issue with playing these games. You start to mix the rules. I think this was the one with the really expensive consumables. We set to this game. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm flying by a wire here. I don't remember this game. I have to get acclimated with it. Although I think I remember the way down to this boss. This is that, what is the name of this castle? It was the castle where they built the Akigawa, I think. Akigawa Castle. Where they built the traps underneath. I think, personally, the best game that I recall playing in terms of capturing the feel of the show that it's based on, by far, it's a modern game, was Stick of Truth. I haven't played the second one, I only played the first one, but that is literally like playing a very extended episode of South Park. It's amazing in terms of that. If you want to watch the extended South Park cartoon, that game is fantastic for that. And it's turn-based battles, which I love. Yeah, I mean, at some point in the late 90s, like, there is a point in the 80s where they were doing licensed games and they were like, just put a skin on top of some broken mechanic and kids will eat it. Then there was a time, especially during the SNES days, where Capcom and Konami were raising the bar. And then after that, it was just like, yeah, making simple games is cheap now, let's just make reasonably decent ones and splatter the license on top of it. With very good exceptions, of course, but that's, in general, how I feel it goes. The good licensed game is rare these days. It always has been, I guess. When they're good, they're very good. I still think it's criminal that there was only one good Matrix game. I haven't played the MMO one, but it's my understanding that it was like mostly whatever. Could be mistaken, but that's what I remember hearing. The good one, in my opinion, of course, is Path of Neo. That game was good, man. I remember playing... Wait, did I cancel? What happened? Ah, it's because the menus are like 500 menus to do something. Because I remember playing... I think it's called Enter the Matrix. And yeah, here's these two characters that are completely irrelevant to anything, but they show up at the start of the second movie. This is a multimedia tie-in. Oh wow. Tsunade's gonna die. Tsunade is almost dead. Jesus. Thank And I remember playing that game and, well, my god, that game was bland shit, man. Like, I don't care about the characters, the controls are ass, the graphics are ass, the story is... everything is ass. But then I played Path of Neo and I'm like, oh, a game about a movie where you play as the main character of the movie. How about that? That game was fantastic for the time. You're immune to the jank. I played it back then, I didn't notice the jank. I just thought it wasn't fun at all. The Animatrix, I freaking loved the Animatrix. I watched it multiple times. There's some in there that were kind of a dud. Like, I think the very first episode in Animatrix was kind of a little bit too safe. But most of the others were very interesting. I particularly liked the completely different tone of storytelling and scale of the story about the guy doing the drag race. And like tapping into the Matrix by instinct and giving himself an advantage over the other players unconsciously. That one was pretty fun. But I did like Animatrix. Sakura, I was talking... we were talking about licensed games in general, then we started talking about Matrix games. And I was talking about how Enter the Matrix, I didn't like it, but Path of Neo was pretty good for me. I think ABP was streaming Enter the Matrix at some point. So like being able to kung fu most enemies. I don't know. I played it thinking, oh boy, a Matrix game, and I was like, I'll just play something else. Mediocre, yeah. I'm not saying it's bad, it's unremarkable. But Path of Neo, I liked it. I didn't finish it. I don't know. I don't remember if I got stuck somewhere. But it was very fun to play as Neo. He probably finished it. He usually finishes games. There was some other streamer that I rated a few times that was playing Path of Neo, if I remember, but I don't remember who it was. There is a game that reminds me of the Matrix games, even though it's completely unrelated. It reminds me, I don't know if it's the aesthetic or what is it, which is the original, I only played the original Mirror's Edge. I really, really freaking liked that game. Let me see how much the in is. If it is 20 bucks, I can stay. If it is more, I have to farm just a little bit more. It's this guy that... 25, yes, 25. 25 is fine. We only got a level on her. Tsunade. But that's fine, that already helps. She still doesn't have any mana. Because if she had mana, it would be fun because you could like use healing items. You could use the healing spell on him, and when his mana ran out, he could pass the spell along to her. Started the second one, got distracted by another game, but I do like Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge was the second time I've ever got motion sickness in a video game. And that's because I knew that, you know, this game can cause motion sickness in some people, so they added a little dot in the middle of the screen for you to focus on, so it would alleviate that a little bit. I still got a little bit. I don't usually get motion sickness. I only got motion sickness with video games 4 times in my entire life. Once was with Half-Life 2. Funny story, actually. I remember playing it, and I would feel like after a few hours, I would be like, I kind of have to, like, I don't know if I have to go to the bathroom or what. I would quit the game, and then it would go back to normal on its own. It took me a while to realize it was motion sickness. And it's a funny story because I realized that the reason it happened was because I had a CRT monitor at the time and I used it on the highest resolution, which was 2080 by 1024. And that monitor only ran up to 60 Hz on that resolution. And for some reason, at some point, I decided to lower it to 2080 by 960. And then the frame rate went up to 72 Hz, the refresh rate of the monitor, and then I didn't get motion sickness anymore. So that's when I learned that, at least with CRTs, if you have too low of a refresh rate, it can do that depending on the motion that you get from the game. Second game, like I said, was Mirror's Edge. I think I was playing it... I think I had low frame rate at the time. I don't know what triggered it, but I still managed to finish it fine. I think just playing a well-lit room fixed it for me, I guess. I don't know. Third game was some very dark spots on Arkham Asylum, but on the second playthrough I didn't get it, so it was whatever. And the fourth was VR. VR doesn't count. And you know, even VR, eventually I did get my VR legs, so I could do whatever and not get motion sickness anymore. But again, it's very rare. I know people that have a lot of trouble with it. Let me just check if the save stuck. Yeah, the save is fine. Oh, I can't cancel. Okay. I tried to. I just wanted to look. Whatever. I know some people have like VR Hexen. I don't remember anything about Hexen. I beat the game. I didn't even see the final boss because of Kiniko's. Alright, chat. It's time for the return of Tiny Soda. Look at that gigantic thing. I'm gonna drink all of this during the stream, like a madman. Look at that gigantic thing. Me doing the little camera trick so it looks even smaller. Yeah, look at that, chat. It's so tiny. So... Tiny soda. 200 milliliters. Less than a small can. I had so much expectation for VR, I don't even hear about it anymore. I don't know, man. I talked about it. I developed for VR before. So I had access to, at the time, top-of-the-line VR headset. And I have a sizable Steam library. There's a bunch of VR games in there. I spent a lot of time trying to like it. I just didn't. I tried all kinds of different experiences. It never clicked for me. Which left me worried because part of me was like, wait, if this becomes like the big thing, and games just, from now on, games are going to start moving towards VR in general, then I'll be locked into a kind of experience I have no fun with. I literally feel like VR is an inferior experience compared to regular flat screen gaming. I said this because I would be playing games with good VR implementations like No Man's Sky and be thinking all the time, man, I wish I was playing this like a normal person instead. I just enjoyed more. At least for me, it doesn't click. I tried from everything from like experiences that only work in VR. Like I played this one puzzle game that was very fun, very well made, where you had to like build a thing and you had to like walk around what you were building and look from underneath and fix things. Like to play on a regular screen, you have to like keep rotating would be annoying. So walking around to work out the puzzle was a lot of fun. But it wasn't worth the getting set up and having the space. I don't have the space anymore. So like wake me up when VR is just like ski goggles heavy. Untethered, lightweight, just barely feel it on your face. Not like heavy shit, like it can't be heavier than my headphones. Because it has to be in addition to the headphones. Like the current setup of having this bulky bullshit with the tracking shit and the cables or whatever, or the processing being limited because it's inside the head, and it's fine if you enjoy it. I fully believe in people liking things they like. It's as it exists right now, I have no interest. Happy American... Oh, yo, hello there, Musy Fate. Happy American thing. Yes. Biggest problem with VR is you love to multitask. Yeah, that too, right? Yeah, VR you have to be locked in. And that by itself is the kind of... I know, immersion and everything. It's actually a good thing because we get too easily distracted by other shit, but... Yeah, I don't know. That's literally one heal. Because it's 50. Exactly how much health is missing. It's very getting headphones strap bald spots too unnatural to be otherwise. I'm sorry to hear about your bald spot. You're making me worry now. VR could be a mini monitor setup for the price of one. Doesn't work like that because of the resolution. Like, you're going to be looking at a monitor in front of you that takes this amount of view in your eye space. The VR headset has to cover your entire field of view. So you have to need all that resolution density available in that tiny spot in your view to get to the same resolution as your monitor. Because I have used systems that play in VR that give you virtual monitors, the resolution all of them is shit. Because obviously don't have enough pixels to fix it. Protect my investment, yeah. Like, I tried the experience of like, okay, let me watch a movie in a virtual theater. It's okay-ish, but the resolution is still shit. Right, then that works, Musy Fate, with VR. Like, literally look around. It does work, but you lose a lot of resolution. Unless your VR headset has like a stupid amount of pixels. Stupid in a good way, of course. You were talking to your keyboard. You're trying to get an understanding with your keyboard. Good for you. I have to drop down there. Either that way or that way. Okay. I remember, chat. I remember this. Like, don't write me, you zoom on one you want to use, you turn your head to get to another. It already works that way, Musy Fate. You can literally have the virtual monitors here and just like as if they were in a physical head space, physical existing space, and you can pull them, you can move them freely. That system existed when I tried it, like, Jesus, what, 13 years ago? Has it been that fuck, man? Yeah, that system existed a fucking long time ago. It worked really well, but the resolution killed the usability. No, it doesn't lock you into one. You can either have like multiple monitors in the virtual space and they work normally, or you can have the entire space be as if it were a monitor and have the windows spread around you. Like if you don't want the constraints of the monitor space, you can have the literal windows floating around. I remember it working like that just fine when I tried it. Shit. She's dying. Please heal her before she dies. Thank you. Because if you just zoom in too much, you get all the pixels like plenty of face. Yeah, no, Musifate. That is correct. If you get very close to the monitor, you're going to get a better spread of those pixels. So if the monitor is close enough that it's beyond the boundaries of your headset, then your headset that has a resolution equivalent to your monitor, depending on the headset, of course, and the monitor, then it's going to have all the resolution you need. But then you're going to have the monitor right here. Or you could just have it far away but be gigantic, which is the same thing. It's easier to focus, I guess. Yeah, no, that's the first thing I noticed. And then you had, some more expensive headsets don't have that issue nowadays. But then you have the screen door effect. You get some more because the pixels on the virtual monitor might not line up with the pixels of the headset. And then if it is not an OLED, you're going to have like light bleeding on the dark eye areas. I had a lot of that as well. 4K goggles to get a 1080p monitor. It might be more than that actually. Because remember, you need to, because you have to have a lot of peripheral for both. So it might be that, but you still have to be close enough, I guess. You would have to take at least, because you'd have to take at least a quarter of your space, right? 1080p to 4K is a quarter of the space on the screen, but you have to understand that the screen is for, you have to split the resolution from both eyes, and you have a lot of extra space around because you can, like, standing still, look around with your eyes, and it has to have information there. OLED goggles, but use the light blue LED virtual monitors inside. Fine. It's there. I have to figure out how to get there. Hang on. Someone is asleep. Tsunade might die. Tsunade will die. There's nothing I can do! Oh, now you're awake. Fine. You know what? Fine. I put the money away so I could do this. We got a level. It's still progress. It's okay. This is a difficult part of the game. I could start fleeing from these fights if I want to get to the boss. But I only tried to flee once. Lawnmower Man style. I'm sure there are games or applications that simulate that style for VR. what the www truly should look like, yes. Why aren't we there yet? Why isn't that most of the internet? What a wasted everything. Hello there, Big Fighter Plus. Doing fine. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Can't see through a lousy light the monitors. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the internet kind of peaked during jail cities. Doing good today, I'm glad to hear. Right, I have to go there and around, I think. And I have to be careful to heal up before I trigger the fight. Although Jiraiya is doing well and Tsunade is full, so maybe save the mana for during the fight? Do I have... I don't have... Okay, boss fight. This is where we... Man, the boss fights in this game are so good looking. Muzi Fate was playing brackets. That sounds awesome. Is she mad? Yeah, because I killed her once. But if you guys, for those who weren't here, there are 13 bosses in this game. And they're all like cultists for this evil mad god that they're trying to resurrect. And they all have a second form. They are disguised as humans, but as you work against them, they turn to their second form. It's always amazing. Games and demos. Man, this one time I had set up my follow-up stream, my following stream, and it was like it was gonna be a surprise what I was going to stream, but I had set it up on Twitch already. And then I went to someone's chat and I said hi, and they gave me a shout out, and it fished my stream title, spoiling what I was going to play that day. I don't think anyone realized, but I was like, fucking hell, Twitch. So nowadays I only update the title right before I go live. No, my script grabs the category and the string title. So you can see for Big Fighter Plus, it has Prince of Qin between the brackets, and then it has the game title. You should pick both. If they weren't populated, either Twitch's API failed or StreamerBot failed. It's not my script. I don't have I yet don't have a personal script for that. Start Overdrive. Overdrive. That's how you pronounce overdrive, chat, if you didn't know. You have to say overdrive. Otherwise people don't take you seriously. Category the same as game. It is! Maybe I used the wrong word. Hang on. Shoutout command. It grabs game and channel title and user to fill up that message. Yeah, no, you select the game. My game is retro. And then there's the title. Those are the only two pieces of information we have. Other than the guy's name. That was a lot of damage. And now it's time for healing. Oh, my jutsu is sealed! I can't heal! Okay, maybe now. Maybe I can heal on the next turn. At least it tells you that it's still sealed. Instead of just failing and costing us mana. Still sealed. Yeah, see, it has the game, retro, between brackets, and the string title afterwards. Games for obviously category, yeah. But you can only choose games that are like... that Twitch has in their database. I love the voice acting in this game. Look at her second form. And then damage, and I can't heal. I can. Okay, time to heal. But the music changes. Yeah, the API probably failed. Our defenses are going down, that's a problem. I think I'm gonna heal Tsunade. Okay, our health is very good, I can attack with both. QB, yes. He used to me handwriting all my things. I do have very long-term plans to eventually fully replace StreamerBot with my own shit. I was actually working on my overlay systems today. I have managed to properly connect to OBS via WebSocket and have a connection that comes alive again if it loses. And have a system to subscribe to which scene is currently active so I can enable and disable my overlays. 6, 7. I can enable and disable my overlays dynamically. I'm laying down the groundwork, it's a lot of shit. And all of that so I can have my face swaying with the boat on the last screen. It's taking hundreds of lines of code, but I'll get there someday. Build your own OBS? I was talking about WebSocket and I thought about that. I'm not gonna justify using OBS. OBS is fucking great. Cobs. The boat sway will happen, yes. Maybe still this year, we'll see. Cobs. I do tend to name my projects after myself in some ways. My translation tool is literally called Cooperlate. I feel dumb when I realized that, oh, that's what I called it. Well, I used to share some of my projects with some of my friends for random shit, and it always had my name and they thought it was so fucking funny. One of the first tools I've made that I shared with others was like, there was this... No! Alright, easy. We were prepared this time. Last time we were caught by surprise. Corn logo. Cubs. Yeah, no. If I were going to do that, instead I would make a fork of OBS, and then, like, what's the fucking point? There exists a fork of OBS that some people use. It still exists, like, from Streamlabs, it was called Slobs, I think, or something like that. It had one good thing that OBS didn't have, which was the vertical audio mixer bars. But OBS has that now, so there's no reason to use Slobs anymore. Is it still around? That thing was kind of scammy in a few ways. I don't remember what it was about it, but there were some ethical issues with their code or their licensing or something. That's not swaying, that's 2 frames. When I say swaying the camera, though, hang on. Pause the timer. I'm gonna do something that I shouldn't do. I shouldn't. No, what am I doing? I wanted to show you guys the swaying, but it's going to F up something. I can't. Resume the timer. I can't. Because to have the swaying, I need to mess with the transform of the camera object via WebSocket. And it's a very messy procedure. If I do it doing the streaming, it's going to fuck up my camera and I won't be able to fix it until the next stream. I'm sorry, but I wish that I could show you guys. Stopped using slobs when I started eating 50% plus of your CPU. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why I used it when I started streaming. I'm glad I don't want to have to rely on anything, like, in general. OBS is fine, but then you're going to rely on something that relies on OBS. That's just another step of failure from a company with vested interest, financial interest like that. It's not a good idea. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
わしはこの城の大殿じゃ。あの女に騙されておった。関所は通れるようにしよう。
That's it. That's it, and I have to get out of here by myself. I guess that's it. There's still gonna be battles, right? The guy disappeared? Maybe there are no more encounters. Oh, in that case... In that case, let me see if I can get... I think I have already gotten that chest. How do I get that chest? That is connect... Huh. Here. Already got that chest, I'm pretty sure. Can show the swing because things will mess up sticking with 1 frame camera motion. Something will cause 2 frame motions on the piece of shit. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I've already opened this. You know, it would break everything if I tried showing it. Because when it comes down to actually finishing it, I'm gonna have... Oh, look at those people. I'm gonna set up an entire new OBS setup. I'm not gonna reuse the one I have. Every scene is going to be its own browser-based overlay. It's gonna give me a lot of power to do a lot of stuff without having to rely on OBS. It's going to be fancy. And for example, right now, I have this camera frame, right? And I have this camera 3 times in this scene on different groups, because when I switch to like a widescreen overlay, I have 3 overlays for this scene, and it's just a simple CSS style change. But then I have to like keep disabling and re-enabling cameras so they fit with the overlay. On my new setup, I can just say no, the camera should take the exact same space as this div on my web page, and then it lines up. I don't have to have multiple cameras, and I'm gonna use the same system for the camera sway. I actually have it so it's like a simple CSS animation that sways the boat, and I can literally just say, no, this div, I wrote the entire system that does this. This div here is the camera. Just use whatever position is set on this div and synchronize it to the transform on OBS. Which is very difficult to do because they use different coordinate systems, different everything, and not everything that I can do in CSS, in HTML, is supported by OBS. I can't do skewing, for example. It has to remain a square. But I managed to get it working. It worked surprisingly well. I thought there would be a delay or something. There isn't. Because I'm not sending independent requests. I have a single WebSocket connection. I just send updates over there. That's a programmer talk. There's nothing out of the ordinary. This is an ordinary guy, okay. Alright. You got here before I did. How? Oh, that's it. I thought they were gonna be. Thank you, Jiraiya Dono. The young lord sends his regards. It doesn't look... You may now cross the Shirakawa barrier north of this castle and reach the lands of Riku. He doesn't look young to... I don't get his portrait again. Yeah, Musifate, you're flaunting that emote. I can stray corporate can't. You just wait. I'm gonna be swaying my ass all over the stream later. You guys watch. And then you guys won't have nothing on me. Big Cooper ass swaying. No, not items. No, the money. Supporting the new Cubs logo. Cubs. Store money. I was gonna choose the wrong option again. Alright, solid progress. That was easy. I remember the way down to the boss was the hardest part to remember. Let me write this down. I will. Writing to Tengai 2. Electric Boogaloo. Okay, so... Right, well, but that's not actually what I wanted to look at. Oh, did I put away? I think I put away the map already. Oh, I can put away the plans as well. Yeah, we have done this already. But this is the end of the second region. We'll move on to the third region and get our third and final character there. It's going to be glorious. Store items. I want to store the plans. No. It's very fluid, yes. I actually tested it. It is running at 60 frames per second. There is a little bit of shimmering on the camera. That's an OBS thing. I can't fix it. I have considered I have considering capturing the camera inside my system and feeding it into OBS, but that's a bit too much. Capturing the camera myself for multiples. No. That's a little bit too much. Let OBS do that at least. Excuse? Just random boulder from the sky, yes. Well, it has the die symbol, so it's like the evils. There's a giant boulder here, it's releasing some kind of gas. It's a farting boulder. Oh, on the other side is that guy that I forgot the name, the foreigner. This is a curse! Never again will be able to go through the Shirakawa barrier. Jiraiya Dono, please inform our lord at once. This is a nightmare! Kitsune came down from the sky, turned into stone and blocked the checkpoint. Happens every day. Jiraiya Dono, you must inform our lord at once. Okay. Lord informing, go. Meter ran through space, Taco Bell on the way. Yep. Let's talk to this guy. Let's inform the Lord. This is a young Lord. I think they all scared of telling him he's actually old. Right, I know what he's talking about, it's fine. So do I.
Good grief.
Yep.
Gotta support my copper.
My copper, oh copper. Big Fighter Plus, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Thank you for the 10-month sub. Much appreciated, really appreciate the support. Glad to have you here, my friend. Enjoy the ad reviewing and the emotes. Naked VIP. I like my VIPs naked. Wait. Armored Macaw was not a VIP, what the fuck? Why does no one correct me on that shit? That's corrected now. Unless one of those letters is like some Greek letter and I typed in the random name for someone else. Like when I tried to VIP Dark Rift, but it's not spelled Dark Rift. But you're not a fanboy. Well, it's never too late. Don't let your dreams be dreams. We've received word about the Shirakawa barrier being blocked by Tamamohime's curse. Our lord has given you permission to go through this checkpoint. I'm glad because I knew there were 2 checkpoints and I was like, okay, do I have to go back to the other one? Okay, we'll go through this one instead for now. You must be Jiraiya Dono. I've heard great things about you.
I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I.
Good grief.
Yep. Zofair, thank you so much for the gift sub to Armor McCall, my friend. Thank you for the triple nice plus 48 gift subs gifted so far in my channel. That's a lot of support. I really appreciate it. And Armor McCall, enjoy the VIP, the ad previewing, the emotes, and the stream. Welcome aboard. The other day, someone else gifted a sub. And I started, thank you, Zofair, for the... Oh, wait, that wasn't Zofair? I felt kind of bad. The lands of Riku are just ahead. Take care, Jiraiya-sama. You know, her portrait looks a lot better than her sprite. Confused look before getting socked. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened here? You were in the bathroom and got surprised. You got your shit surprised out of you. You should thank Zofair because you were constipated before and now you're no longer. It's fine now. Subscription relaxative effect. Amazing. Rope sandals. I'm pretty sure my guys already have rope sandals. So I'm gonna keep it for the new guy. I don't know when we're getting it. This is probably Kumogiri Hamlet. So the third region is Onis. The first one was Tanukis, the second was the Foxes, which I forgot. Kitsunes was the Kitsunes, and this region is the Onis. I was imagining thinking, how the hell did a car get in here? Yeah, he probably gets out there like, what happened? Is everyone alright? Is anyone hurt? Did everything get destroyed? Do I have to evacuate? Oh wait, I'm getting punched. Never mind, immediate threat first. Yeah, you're shocked. I would like to think that all of that happened for some like lousy reason, like some silly misunderstanding. I just want to get in and punch him. What did he do wrong? I don't actually know. Right, this is Kumogiri Hamlet 5. Kumogiri Hamlet 5. We still need the... Welcome to Kumogiri Hamlet 5 in Riku. I think we're missing the... Jiraiya is Frog and Tsunade is Slug. We're missing the snake, right? I'm afraid we won't be able to help you much, but we'll be cheering you on. Yes. Thank you so much for the help, I guess. King Akuro used to be a great man who kept the Oni in the lands of Riku from evil ways. But he went and joined the cult of Daimon. Why would he do that? King Akuro joined the cult. His face annoys me. Yeah, that's a good reason. But did you have to... Couldn't you have taken the elevator? No. The lands of Riku are suffering from a rice shortage. Rats beyond number run rampant across the country, running the fields and eating up every bit of grain. I haven't had a good meal in 3 days, I can barely stand. I mean, you look very fat to me, so I think that's fine. The situation is dire, Jiraiya-sama. The Oni General, King Akuro, has joined the cult of Daimon. His strength is out of this world. I don't know if you can defeat him. Well, shush. I'm sure it's fine. Look at that. Cross the bridge to the north, and you reach Taiga Castle ruled by the Oni General, King Akuro. Man, it's just such a simple, small, short dialogue, and they have that unique... All of those portraits are unique. It's a simple game. Bet the sum of 2 dice will be even or odd. Yeah, meh. I could save. Gamble, reload. I can't be bothered. Dude, this is the stealing minigame. Pretty sure it's $5. Solid Snake, everyone. 4 of 4, it's even worse. Solid Jiraiya. I've made that joke already. Like, right now. Seize. Let me check the shop, but this is just consumables, I think. I'm gonna sell one of the sandals, I only need one. One extra rope sandals. Mountain sandals. Oh, the map, I need the map. We're thinking this looks a little old school for early 90s. Notice it's 1989. Yeah, the first one is 1989. It's the very first RPG released on CD-ROM, actually. It holds that honor. Equipment, Jiraiya. Full plate armor, leather helmet, mountain sandals. Description. Items. Rope sandals. Speed by 2. Rope speed by 2. Mountain sandals. Speed by 4. That's good. That's very good. And I can sell 2 rope sandals. And then I'm going to take a look at the map. Right, so there is that barrier on the left. That's the barrier north of the Kiragawa Castle, which was blocked by the boulder. So instead we went past the barrier on the bottom right. We are on that brown roofed house on the bottom right. Only way next that we can go is that castle. Then it becomes like a labyrinth of islands. There is 2 more brown houses, 2 blue ones, another castle. There's a red thing, 2 red things, a shrine.
I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I. And a cave.
Good grief.
Zofair, thank you so much for the gift sub. to Battle Mario. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for the triple nice plus 49 gift subs gifted so far in my channel. That's 20 gift subs away from quadruple nice. I'm gonna mess up my tongue so many times when that happens. 69 times to be precise. But I thank you once again for that, my friend. That's a lot of support. And Battle Mario, enjoy the ad viewing and the emotes. Hey, don't say dang. This is a family stream, for fuck's sake. I bet the Daimonists are blackmailing King Akuro. He's really a good man. With King Akuro on their side, the cult of Daimon has control over Riku. Jiraiya-sama, the fire hero, only you can save these lands. The lands of Riku are full of rivers and bridges, even the locals get lost. Yeah, I noticed on the map. King Akuro used to be the just ruler of Riku, but then he joined the cult of Daimon. Is that you wearing the panties wrong? They have to go on, like on the front, not on the sides. Wait, is his nose right on the? Yeah. Hello there, Icy Bonobo. Welcome, my friend. Is that sprite where the PPL? I don't know. Maybe. I assume I can't read. Side-eye guy. What is a PPL? Looks a lot like a lot of people emotes. Ah! Right now I get it. No, I think this game might precede the emotes. Yeah, no, the guy I know. King Akuro is like a different person now. You'd best not tarry here in Taga. Okay, I don't need to save or rest yet. Let me talk to the locals. I heard that the cult of Daimon has captured the sacred white cat of Nekoma village. Rats overpowering a cat and this world is really falling apart. Jiraiya-sama, I come from the Nekoma village shrine on the southwest corner of these lands. Please save a sacred white cat, I beg you. I'm sure the white cat knows how to defeat Danjo of the cult of Daimon. King Akuro used to be a good man. I wonder what happened. Come to think of it, I haven't seen his son around lately. Maybe there's a connection. Right, he's being blackmailed. They capture his son, having him work for them, whatever. Seems obvious. General store, what are you selling? Nothing new. The guy wailing like a fire truck over by the castle wants a new moon sword. Just give him one before I lose my mind. Do I have one? I have a full moon. Is that the one he wants? New moon. Oh, I don't think I have one. I have to buy one. Hey, big guy! You're Jiraiya, right? I bring a message from Kumagiri Hamlet. Danjo of Yonezawa Castle is going to ambush you at the bridge. Be careful. How convenient that you know there. Wait. I can't go into this, okay. Kono Bangumi wa Gorana suspensa no teikyo de okirishimasu. Did I just tell someone to go fuck themselves? I didn't know. Red stole Aura Rise. Why isn't the King Akuro doing anything? You hope so. God damn it. Yeah, he has a full moon sword and a bandit's axe and a warrior armor. The warrior armor, I think, is an upgrade. Like, I have a full moon and full moon and bandit's axe. Full moon bandit's axe. So maybe the warrior armor. I'm gonna save before buying it because I don't know. I can't know if it is better before I buy one. Hello there, Happy Cakes. Welcome in, my friend. We were talking about you 2 days ago, where there are a bunch of characters that look exactly like you in a Korean video game, and they all tell me to get out of their way. So, like, very on brand. Yes. Bunch of characters that look very much like you do. I literally saw them and I was like, look, it's Happy Cakes. She's telling us to get out of the way. Oh, that's so Happy Cakes. Okay, so I'm gonna buy 2 warrior armors. 1 for each. And if it is not better, I'll just reload. Mode. Description. Items. Plate armor is 7 defense. Warrior armor is 9 defense. Okay, they are upgrades. And I'm gonna sell one of them of the plate armor, so I'm gonna save the other one for the other character. The one Tsunade is carrying stays there. To give something to someone else, to stand in front of them and select items, then use. Ah, that's to give the sword, right? Wee-ow! This guy wants a new moon sword. I don't have one. I wonder if I can buy it on a previous town. Because that feels like a quest puzzle thing. So now I'm very curious. Right, this is the closest one to where we are at. I'm gonna check the town closest to this, see if they have. A new moon sword. They have fire trucks. Yeah, you just got that now. As soon as he said fire truck, I was like, wait. New Moon, yes. Okay, now I can use the New Moon on the guy to give it to him, and then he's going to put out some fires somewhere. Max Art got a VR headset, you tried it, made you so sick, it feels so nauseous. Were you here during our conversation about VR? We just talked about that. Happy Cakes, I'm gonna tell you something. I used to play a lot of VR, trying to get into it, I don't like it. And most games have things to avoid giving you motion sickness. The main one is you don't move the person without them moving. So if you want to teleport somewhere, if you want to move over there and it's too far, usually like they have a mechanic where like you point at the ground, face to black, put you there, face from black, so you don't see the movement, because that causes a lot of motion sickness. But I was trying to play No Man's Sky, and I really wanted to just move around freely. So the first time I set up, okay, I want to just move around. I set it up, I press the button to move, the character starts walking, and my stomach goes all the way down to my feet. So I'm not saying this works for you or not, but I just stuck with it. Like, fuck it if my stomach exits my body through my toes. And I brute forced through it, like 1-2 hours later, it passed. So if you want my advice, or if you want to know what worked for me, just like shock therapy. Like, if you feel sick, just go even harder, and you do get your VR legs eventually. It's literally called VR legs. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but it did work for me. Just power through it until your body learns. Can't be barfing all the time. Did you actually literally barf? Because I felt very sick, but I didn't barf. If it gets to the literal point of barfing, then maybe a shock therapy wouldn't work. Yeah, Battle Mario, like, I played games on... I always give the same argument. That I would be playing games using the VR headset, and I would be like, this is fun, but you know what would be even more fun if I didn't have to have a thing strapped to my head and I could just use a regular controller instead. I mean, I literally played a game that was just like me holding a regular controller, and the game just had a supposedly better presentation in 3D, but it was still like, it's not worth it. Being like closed off from the world entirely and having this heavy, sweaty thing on your head and just being with a low resolution and no, not for me, not for me. Maybe someday it improves. It's good enough that I can try again. You were so close, hanging on the toilet for... So maybe try to use the headset in the toilet and just power through. Look, I'm gonna kill the... I'm gonna kill the other... There you go. 2 or 3 times and you're golden. Like, eventually you won't have anything more to barf. Your body's just gonna give up. Alright, I guess you can have fun. Like the sense of scale it offers compared to a monitor. Your motion sick from everything, even cars, boats. I didn't get anything from boats, ever. Cars I used to... I think when I was trying to read in a car. I'm very middle when it comes to getting motion sickness. It's uncommon for me. I was talking about before you joining when VR came up. I only had it with games 4 times in my entire life. And one was just VR in general. Sheesh, you guys are hopeless. Just keep your eyes on the trees. And the maze of islands and bridges is nothing. I need to write this down. Because those islands, they do look confusing. So there is a trick. Make sure remember to stop by Kumoguri Hamlet 6. This advice cost us a sword, so I assume it's important. Right, this is Tagatown. Writing notes for Tagatown. Used to get motion sick as a kid, right at Tilton World and Gobo Chunks. Right, yeah, well, there is that one house there. I was just checking if there was more, because the house looks big and important. You hate rides. You must be the descendant of the Fire Clan. A clash between you and King Akuro may be inevitable now. However, I'd like to tell something first. King Akuro erected this very shrine for the good of the people of Taga. A kind and gentle soul like him would never willingly join the cult of Daimon. That is my belief. Yes, we know that already. I remember going on a ride, and I thought it was just like a Ferris wheel, but it was very extreme when I was inside, and then I saw later outside how it actually worked. It was like this very long thing where the carts, the boxes that you go inside go around the thing, and the thing itself spins, and the boxes inside, they swivel on a pivot. So it's just like you just go into a mixer that goes up and flips and flops and shit. And I remember being there, and at some point it stood upside down for an extended few seconds, and some screw got loose from somewhere and hit me in the face. Oh great, the thing is coming apart. So we leave that ride, you go check the rest of the park. Like about 1 hour later, we come past, and the ride is disabled. They had to do some maintenance on it. And I was like, oh, you don't say. Apparently the thing was malfunctioning, but we didn't know. And we went on the same amusement park, we went on a roller coaster. And like, I'm on the roller coaster, I think this is my first roller coaster, and I'm holding on the front, like very nervously holding on the front. And I think it was a cousin of mine that was with me. He raised his hands. You know the thing where you raise your hands and I'm gonna die! And he later told me that he pulled his hands back down. And I was like, oh, why? It was uncomfortable. And I was like, no, I think I hit a beam. Because there wasn't enough clearance for you to keep your hands elevated. You took some pills for a while, I couldn't remember the name. Ah, Dramamine. Yes, that's the one that I know people that take those for road trips sometimes. Walking through these lands is hard enough as it is, but those diamondist jerks cast a spell on the bridges too. When you cross certain bridges, you get pulled back to the start. It's like being on a darn slide. I like that guy. King Akuro is inside. I doubt he'll be willing to talk, but, well, go ahead. King Akuro once brought peace between Oni and humans, but now he's like a different person altogether. I'm going to put on save. I'm gonna rest, recover my health. Yada yada. Tiny Soda defeated. I mean, it is tiny. I really like this castle music. With that percussive. It's really good. The Cult of Daimon has kidnapped the young master. We have no choice. Yeah, we figured that already. Yes. Danjo ordered King Akuro to stop the fire hero from crossing Kaga. Wall fell. The walls fell at Taga or something. How did that go? It was looking fair, right? That turns out to be a huge disappointment. Is the one that presses you against the wall while it spins. It does look awesome. I never went into one of those. Why is it boring? I went with my wife on that tower one once, where it rides up, right? You strap in, it rides all the way up very slowly, and then it just does a free fall. And I went in there, and my wife didn't know. She thought it was, oh, you go up slowly, you look around, look at the nice view, and then it slowly comes back down. She didn't know it was a free fall. I didn't know it was gonna do that. What the fuck? I almost died. Hello there, we'll see you later. Welcome, my friend. She didn't know. Could you be Jiraiya Dono, the famed hero of the Fire Clan? Please, you must rescue the young master from the Cult of Daimon. Once his son is back, King Akuro will return to his normal kind self. You monster! In my defense, I didn't know, she didn't know. King Akuro will never willingly rejoin the Cult of Daimon, but they've kidnapped the young master. Damn those Daimonist cowards. Let's see this guy's face.
鬼族の大将アクロ王だ。お前に恨みはないが、大門教の命令じゃ覚悟。
Ah! Ah! What will you do, Jiraiya? Gee, I don't know. Kill the guy, I guess. Man, look at that big ass sprite. But getting dizzy by instantly staring at the guy across from you, think you got a little scared. You fuck, I'm killing you if I get out of here alive. And the guy's like, please die then. I mean, the voice acting in this game is so freaking good. I think he did multiple strikes and I dodged all of it. Ow, Tsunade. That was multiple strikes all on Tsunade. watch her die before I think it.
Ziria. 俺はどうなっても構わん。しかし、話を聞いてくれ。
Man, the music in this game is so charming as well. The music, everything is good about it. The boss artwork, pixel art, is so good as well. All the little portraits, they have so many little portraits. Such a good game, man. So charming. Look at this!
実は、俺の子供が大門卿の男女に人質に取られている。そのために聞きたくもない男女の命令を聞いていたのだ。勇者ジライアよ、俺の子供をその力で助け出してくれないか。
No. Fuck your son.
さすが勇者だ。俺の命は預けよう。一緒に男女と戦うぞ。
What? Okay, that's a dim.
お兄さんがついてきてくれるなら心強いね、ジライア。
That's temporary, right?
俺はお兄さんではない。鬼族の大将。
鬼guy. Oni-chan.
だって悪党みたいじゃん。お兄さんの方が可愛いや。さあ、子供を助けに行こう。
Good. That's a good point. She has a point. That sounds like a villain name. Oni guy is fine. He does join your party. Well, but he doesn't show there. Oh, so he's like a Kogama kind of character is what you're telling me. Yeah, you don't have equipment for him. He doesn't have items or jutsu or status. Well, he's not the third character. And he goes like Oni-chan is joining to the party. Actually, my mana. I have enough to deposit. Let's make a deposit before even saving. Wait. Oh, okay, 65,000 total. Okay, I read that as 5,000 for some reason. Do I have different dialogue now? No. Okay, this is the maze of bridges. Kappas! Everyone post your kappas. Also known as Gray Face No Space. Yeah, King Crow is attacking. Just like the frog, it's like randomly. Oh, the trees, they do a path. Oh, fancy. Right, I'm just gonna follow the trees. Otherwise, we would get teleported back to the beginning. There's the cave. Yeah, there he goes up here. Holy shit, Mudman! What sprites you have! With the melted eyes, you can see the skin on the inside. It's disgusting, I love it. They're also kind of dickheads, aren't they? Malnourished dickheads, but dickheads nonetheless. Okay, the trees are going forward and forward some more. Did tell us to check for Kumogiri Hamlet though. Dick light or dick light? I think it depends if there is meta progress for the dick. I would have to go down, but the trees don't go down yet. But maybe I can go around? Rat soldiers. I'm a bit curious about those towns. If I keep following the trees. It's one of the situations where I'm trying to figure out the game, but I keep getting stuck into battles, so we can't. That's the one thing I don't like about these games with random encounters. We're trying to figure something out, but... Like, here, can I go to the town? I can't. Maybe this is normal though. Magmai. 0 damage. Oh boy. Everyone is doing 0 damage though. I would like to... Tsunade's dead. Yeah, he's not taking any damage. And my spells, he also becomes unaffected. A guy born in South Africa was living in the UK told the story of a time he went to Brazilian barbecue. He said that different meats were cooked, sliced, plated, and passed around. Sounds about a normal way to have barbecue down here. Then the next meat plate comes. Is that true Brazilian barbecue lore? There are plenty of ways. The thing about Brazilian barbecue is not necessarily about how it's served, but it's more about how it is cooked. It has to be spit roasted over coals or open flame, right? And the seasoning has to be basically just rock salt. I think you call it rock salt. Like anything other than that is not necessarily barbecue. How it's served traditionally, you get from the spit roast and you just slice it off there. It's also common for you to take it off the spit and then slice it. And plate it and pass it around. Yeah, that sounds how a lot of barbecues I've been to go. That part is fine. Almost a religious experience. Yeah, no barbecue. I live in the southernmost state of Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul. We are the land of Brazilian barbecue. We call it churrasco. And yeah. Even I know how to make that. Like even though I wasn't born here, if you move to my state, you have 5 years to learn how to make churrasco, otherwise they kick you out. So I know how to make it. He also said he didn't know and nearly cleared the first plate of meat for himself. Everyone seemed to be curious. Now, you're supposed to pace yourself because there's gonna be like a truckload of different cuts of meat. So, like, you pace yourself like, oh, here's a plate of sausages. You don't eat all the sausages. You eat one and you pass it on because there is more shit. There is like the chicken breasts and the Brazilian garlic bread, which I understand now that it's different than the ones that what you guys call garlic bread. And then there is like the multiple cuts of meat. And sometimes there's like chicken thighs or some shit. That's what a churrasco restaurant is. At restaurants, they usually have it's usually a rodizio. So a rodizio means they cook it like that on a spit over an open flame or coals. And then on a rodizio, they just bring the spit, like they carry the spike. I think it's not spit, it's a spike, right? The metal spike with the meat on top of a plate, and they bring it. Do you want picanha? Which is one of the cuts. Do you want vazio? Do you want costela? The different cuts of meat that we have. And then you say, yeah, I do. And then usually either you use your fork or they have a little grabber. And I want here, and you hold it, and the guy just pulls the knife, cuts it down, you put it in your plate. No, I want more. And you grab another slice. And then they will come, do you want sausage, chicken hearts? Sometimes they'll have shit like... Some places have fucking pasta thrown in the middle. I went to a place where they had churrasco and pizza rodizio at the same time. Do you want some chicken hearts with your ice cream pizza? I'm not kidding. That's a place I've been to recently. Let's see that picture from with the name guy. Yep, that's exactly what I'm describing. The guy comes to your table and, yeah, do you want this? Let me grab this picture and let me show it on stream. Hang on. So people watching the VOD later can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, this thing, yeah, exactly like this. Guy comes along, do you want this? And you say, yes. You hold it with your fork or a little grabber. She's using a grabber. Until the guy goes like, yeah. And then if you want, like, usually at these places they do, well, like, more well done on one side, a little bit more rare on the other, and they just pin, like, which side do you want. If you want a corner cut or a middle cut, or if you want more fat in your piece, you just know, here, this is what I like. And yeah, it's very good. 60 bucks for... 60 bucks?! Nah. Well, maybe elsewhere. I live in the land of churrasco. You're not gonna spend more than 20 bucks to eat as much meat as you want. Not kidding. Now let me see the prices actually. Let me see the prices. Let me check the prices. It's between... Hang on, now I need to do math. It's between 12 and 20 bucks per person to eat as much of that I just showed as you can eat. Yes. Tell how much I want. Can you just offer to pull up a chair? If you want the whole thing, they will cut the whole thing for you. But then you're going to hate yourself because they're gonna keep bringing more shit. That's every time they come over, it's something more awesome than last time. It's like, we want picanha rolled up with cheese. And I'm like, fucking god, why didn't you offer this earlier? There are 2 restaurants in my state. There are like 6 just in my town that have that. That I know of. There are probably more than I don't know of. 6 that I... There are 5 that I have been to, and at least another 3 that I haven't checked out yet. Like, some are very close to each other. I have one that I can walk to. Let me check the direction. Where am I? There is one in that direction. If I walk in a straight line in this direction, in 10 minutes I get to Infinite Meat for $15. Chicken hearts, yes. Chicken hearts on a pizza are freaking awesome. Time to grade hero for the 3rd one. No. Yeah, actually I got one of those. We made, you know, easy churrasco earlier tonight. When I say easy, it was because we made it in the oven. It's not actual churrasco. It's not. Like, in some places they make churrasco on the grill. It's... not quite, but sometimes passable. It has to be on a spike. Otherwise it's churrasco light, not churrasco like. Infinite Meat glitch. Yes? It is traditional in Brazil to be like, I'm going to a rodízio de churrasco, time to not eat for 3 days. I haven't done that since I was young. But when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, I would do exactly that. I would, like, not eat for 2 days. Trying to bring a loss to the restaurant. The first rodízios were churrasco. Pizza rodízio, ice cream rodízio, pastel rodízio, those all came after. And on the pizza rodízios, in the vast majority of places, they have a little... Sometimes it's a card, sometimes it's like a coin, a medal, sometimes it's just a piece of paper, where on one side it says savory, on the other it says sweet, and by default it starts on savory at the start of the night. So when the waiters come passing by with the pizzas to offer, they're like, oh, he's on savory. And then he comes like, do you want sausage, pepperoni, cheese, meat scallops, sardines, whatever, all the pizzas they have there are savory. And then when you can't eat anything else, when you are full to the brim of pizza, you flip that to the sweet side. And then the waiters will come along, they'll see that it's on sweet and they'll start offering. They'll want ice cream, M&M's, chocolate, banana with eggnog. Stuff like that. You need to find a way to charge 60 per person at the meat place. Good with beef prices. I think my state is actually where is the. Actually, before I start talking shit, let me check. No, my state is third on pork production, but not beef. But meat down here is, people don't realize it because they don't compare it to other countries, they compare only to themselves, which is understandable. But meat down here is quite cheap, relatively speaking. So yeah, like 20 bucks, eat all the best beef you've ever eaten in your life as much as you want of it. It's a normal thing. And this is Nekoma village with the cats. Yeah. Oh, Tsunade is almost dead. Would you look at that? We're done for! Our second white cat has been turned to stone! Without its divine protection, we're as good as dead! I'll work on that. Time for you to get a work visa and export some beef. I keep thinking one of you is going to say time to take an extended vacation in Brazil just to load up on meat for a couple of years. I bet the Sacred White Cat could use his divine power to seal dungeons magic so we could actually use the bridges. Interesting. Did you know that the shore of the lake north of the village is in the shape of a cat's head? Go and see for yourself. What? Really? I am on that. Is it? I can't see it from here. Yeah, I think we are on the bottom left blue house. So he's talking about that has the hole in there. It doesn't look like a cat from here, but maybe from outside. Checking flights. There you go. You're thinking about it. I mean, you guys know very well that, like, yeah, the barbecue is amazing, sure, but it's not even the first thing I would have someone eat if you're vacationing here for the first time. You would probably have to start with cheese. What do we have on weird Brazilian food today, Copert? We have sushi hamburger with breaded something on the top and the bottom, and cream cheese and raw salmon in the middle, with some crispy like leaves of something to make it healthy, I guess. Oh, thank you, Corporate. Please take that off. I don't want to see it anymore. Oh, come in, Chaucer. You had infinite fish on account of living in a bale when you were a kid. One time you fed your family catching fish by hand or by scoop net when you were a kid. Gross? Gross? No? What do you mean gross? What? Would you rather eat traditional Brazilian hot dog with mashed potatoes to hold everything in? Otherwise it would all spill out because it's a bit much to be held in a single bread. No? What? What are you talking about? I would love to go for one of those. And a plane ride too expensive, you'll have to walk. At least you're gonna walk the food off. Was that a Brazilian hot dog? It was! Do I have another one? I do! There is a churros with ice cream hot dog, everyone! Wouldn't you fancy a churros and ice cream hot dog? Traditional Brazilian food, everyone. We're very cultural. Good luck getting through Guatemala. Good luck, my friend. All American in the Americans. I mean, look. You guys invented the hamburger. We're like, okay, the hamburger is pretty good. We're going to have the hamburger down here as well. And then we're like, you know, but we want more. And then you started going tall. And you're like, how the fuck do you bite into that? So we took the hamburger and we made it wide. So you can bite into it. Here. Here, this is how you make a big hamburger. You make it wide. And of course you put some fried eggs in there. And then you don't have a single hamburger patty. I mean, you can on the back one. But then you can also have some chicken and some sausage. And of course you have some corn and lettuce to make it healthy. This is called a cheese. I had one last week, I think. I'm trying to stick to my diet. Sourdough bread. No, that's regular bread. Shh, no. Dex on, Dex off. It's called that, I just wrote down. And it's because when it came down here, the hamburgers, they by default they had cheese in them. So they were called cheeseburgers. But we don't say CH as with a G sound. We say it with a she sound. So we didn't call them cheeseburgers, we call them cheeseburgers. And eventually just cut down to cheese. Because we're fucking lazy. Let's go get some cheese. The cheese. Got all the streaming stuff set up, it works great. I'm glad Dex on, Dex off. Have you already started streaming so I can follow you? Actually, I don't have to wait for that. Shit, I tried to click your name and the thing just flew off. Dex on, Dex off. Follow. I am following you. If I ever have time and you are online, I'm gonna watch. I hope you're okay with that. Is that the same Portuguese or just Brazil? I think it's Portuguese in general. Like, we use CH instead of SH. The only words we have that are written with SH are loan words from English, like show. Everything else that needs that sound, we use CH instead. And if we need chi, as in cheese, we put a T in there. Yeah, so for example, I know that, so I have learned that, so I call you guys chat. But most Brazilians call it chat. Like, what if you have to take a chit? Yeah, Brazilians would pronounce it shit. Yeah, no problem, Dex on, Dex off. I'm curious to see your setup. Not many people remember this fact, but the voice of the hero of the Fire Clan can break evil seals. Right, we have been breaking the stones. We can't tell any strangers how to reach the secret path to the island of the White Cat. Well, I'll soon not be a stranger. We told the stranger how to find the secret path to the island of the White Cat, and he was turned to stone soon after. So I don't have to tell any other strangers how to reach the island. Jiraiya-san, I'm from Komogero Hamlet. I bring a message from Hoteimaru. To destroy the demon statue, you need a fragment of the Sashio Seki, which can only be broken with the Great Hammer. Oh, the hammer and the other guy! Hang on. To destroy the demon statue, need fragment from Sashio Seki. Sashio Seki. Broken with Great Hammer. So it's the same deal as with the X on the tree. We need a third character. So the third character is incoming soon. Gotta chit after we eat that shiz. Alright, Happy Case, good to know. Gotta learn some Portuguese. You really don't. I'm just kidding. If you want to. It is technically one of the most spoken languages, like list of languages ordered by number of speakers. Portuguese is number 8. There is more people in the world speaking Portuguese than Japanese or Russian or Indonesian. There are a grand total of 252 million first language Portuguese speakers. So it's not totally useless. And then you would get grand access to Brazilian memes, and some of them are absolutely pristine. What about merda? Not right now, thank you. Is that more of an insult? No, that is usually like literally a shit. Although, yeah, it's exact same as shit. You can use it as like an expletive, like merda, things went wrong. Or you can literally call someone you little merda. It's the same meaning. You only learned useless languages like Icelandic. Is that a burn? I think some people got burned. I mean, as long as you don't learn French, no one wants to hear you citroening around here. Like, no one wants your Arc de Triomphe. You have to Arc de Triomphe. Why do they do that? Fucking France beat Paraguay. Ah, man. Fucking ass France, man. You ride by bicycle under the Arc de Triomphe with a baguette to my biscuit pour les smoke. To be a true French, you have to fully embrace the perfumes and the eaux instead of showering, because that's démodé. Like, who needs a shower when you have a perfume? A perfume, chat, perfume. Flagon, yes. Je ne t'aime baguette. Omelette de fromage. Yes. Alright. By the way, have you been to the Kumogiri Hamlet Northeast from here? Please do so if you haven't. I do want to get there, but the bridges were messed up. Did I talk to this? Our sacred white cat has been sealed inside a boulder. This is terrible. The Pulipiu embracing the perfume. Yes, he produces his own. Oui, oui. Merci beaucoup, n'est pas de quoi. Pêchez-vous. Is this a translation? It is a translation from 3 years ago. It was never released outside of Japan, to my knowledge. But you know what would be even worse if Masakado were to return? May the gods have mercy. Speaks in French. Ah, pas toi! That's how it's repeated in French. You go. Our sacred white cat is enshrined in a small island in the middle of the northern lake. How could those diamondists fools turn him to stone when the gods punish them? Shirakawa Castle used to be a short trek away. It's just beyond the Shinakawa Barrier, southeast from here. But a giant boulder came down from the sky and blocked the way. How did that happen? I don't know. Things happen in this game, apparently. Shrine guy. You must be Jiraiya-sama, the fire hero. Have you spoken with my messenger? I wish I could show you the way to the island of the Sacred White Cat, but I've promised the residents I wouldn't tell anyone, not even you, Jiraiya-sama. Now please excuse me and pay no attention as I talk to myself. Jump inside the cat's mouth! In some regards to Sacred White Cat. Good dialogue. Please pay me no mind as I talk to myself. Okay, this is the freedom fries thing. Because they didn't want to. Yeah, that wasn't America's brightest moment. I remember that. Yeah, you should tell those people, alright, how about you return the Statue of Liberty? Right? It was gifted by the French. If you dislike them so much, why don't give it that back? I bet those people didn't know. Yeah, they probably didn't know. Call them stupid sticks because it's Spud Sticks. Okay, Spud Sticks, yeah. Stupid sticks. Excuse me. Are you Jiraiya-san? Weird foreigner asked me to give you a message. Come to fence north of castle. I think he meant our side of the Shirakawa Barrier, southeast from here. No. Wish a woman would whisper to me like that. Hey, with a name, guy. Meet by the fence behind the castle. You're welcome. Okay, I probably have to jump there. Not doing that yet. That's probably... those are all... Hi! I've been expecting you, Jiraiya. I am the White Lizard, a messenger of the Divine. Whenever a threat looms over Japan, the fire heroes shall appear. So has it been foretold. Listen! Though Masakado himself may not have been revived yet, the might of his grudge defies all logic. The wind howls, the earth splits, the seas dry. We divine beasts are forced to yield. Jiraiya, I bestow upon you the scroll of Suzukaze, which contains my divine power. The Suzukaze Jutsu releases a refreshing breeze that sweeps poison from your body. Young Jiraiya, do what you must to prevent Masakado from waking from his slumber. You have broken the seal of the divine beast White Lizard. Acquired virtue. Evolved Ziria. It's an antidote spell. We got antidote spell. I pressed the wrong button. Now Windows is trying to save a screenshot. Fucking. Give me a moment. How do I fix it? Fucking hate Microsoft, man. I swear to God. Here, delete. Yes. God damn it, Microsoft. Get out of my way. I'm gonna touch goodbyes. Fuck Microsoft! My homies hate Windows. Preach. Should vibe coder on OS. I think a Windows NT like microkernel has already been vibe coded somewhere. I mean, with the name guy, you remember my bit about the e-girl boobs? This is a mistake.
Branger. Yeah.
Tee tee.
This is fine.
Oh no, I cannot touch my elbows on each other. You've been using Linux since last October, you only need the Windows once. I still need Windows for a few reasons, including my streaming setup. I would need to finish my other project before I could get rid of that. Oh, leather helmet, okay. I'm gonna save it for the other guy. Alright, Hotemaru is right there, I did mention that. Only the great hammer made by Batista Daisojo could smash the Shioseki. Made by Buddhist Daisojo. Okay. Are those words? Yes. Very fancy ones. This must be Kyuubi's work. It has to be the Shioseki, the Killing Stone. It's said that fragments of the Shioseki are highly explosive. Oh! Right. I did the bomb automatically. I didn't even realize. So we have to get the third guy and come down here so we can break this, get a fragment that is explosive so we can take it to the demon statue and explode it. You can't do fancy. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Narf! The kitsune came down from the sky and turned to stone. I can't believe my eyes. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to Hotemaru in a moment. I saw the white cat enter the pond north of Nekoma village. Yeah, that's a second hint for that. Here is Hotemaru.
Ziria-san, Hotemaru desu. Danjo no power no himitsu, Majinzo desu. Watashi, Danjo no Majinzo o kowasu kaminari dama tsukuru koto dekimasu desu.
Desu.
この殺生石のかけら少しあればすぐ雷玉できますです。でも殺生石とても硬い。ジライエさん、何か持ってませんですか？
So I'm writing down here that Hotemaru uses the fragment from the stone. So we get the third guy, get the hammer, break the stone, give this guy the fragment. He makes the thunder thing, and then we use the thunder thing to break the demon statue. You hate how much you relate to that character. Yeah, so do we all. I guess he dislikes relating to you as well, you know. Everybody's perfect. Jiraiya-san, Hoteimaru desu. Onegai shimasu. Also yoroshiku. Ne. I like so much the voice acting. And I've been very distracted this entire stream. I'm surprised that I'm able to follow what's going on and I'm writing notes. I might be taking another test for my motorcycle riding license this upcoming Monday. I'm gonna be honest, I don't expect to pass. I'll try, but I'm not optimistic. I think I need to fail like 3 or 4 more times before I have an actual chance. I'm talking about it because I'm a bit stressed, I guess. I don't know. Which is of course gonna make it harder because that means I'm gonna be nervous. Yeah, I know how to do it. I don't know why I'm such a victim to my own nerves. Oh look, it's the Dark Shaman. Let me draw the power from the Dark Shaman. Let me guide me through these troubling times. Oh, I can't put more money in the bank. In the bank it goes. Where bank? Where bank? No bank. There's no bank here. Okay, I guess I just saved the game. Consult the Shadowrun Spree Toga for luck. I will, thank you. Yeah, here, pet. Nice doggo, nice doggo. Let me rub it for luck. And boom! And this emerges on that hole right here with this. So this is the cat spirit. We're gonna release him and he's going to do something for us. Thank you, Happy Cakes. I've wanted to have this set up forever, but I needed equipment that I couldn't afford. I still can't. This was a mistake. This thing right here that you can't see. But I'm glad about the results. If I adjust my arm just right, you can see the shadow. There, can you see? There's a little bit of shadow behind my hand. Like I can't get the lighting any better than this. Only on this side. This side is lit well enough that even if I touch it, you can see the shadow. I mean, a little bit, just barely. A green screen. Yes, Dex on, Dex off. It's a green screen. It's still the same shit back here. But now I can hide it. Look. Now it's a big blue ball right here. I can grab the ball. Yeah. I'm sorry, Gotong. Old stuff. It's so bright. How long have I been sleeping? Ever since the cult of diamonds sealed me inside this boulder, I've been crying, thinking about the future of Japan. But the time for tears is over, yeah? For the 5 heroes have come. Now we fight back. Jiraiya, I bestow upon you the power to seal Danjo's magic, the Scroll of Killing. If an opponent casts a spell on you while you're chanting the Killing Jutsu, their magic will be sealed, yeah. Take down the Cult of Diamond. Do not allow them to revive Masakado. Go forth, young Jiraiya. Yeah. You have broken the seal of the Divine Beast, White Cat. Virtue, Kinin, Jiraiya holds it. How many fanboys have you beat up in this game? Shit, I don't think I have. Does anyone remember? We have a fanboy in our party in Zakatoman, but we don't have any fanboys in this game yet. Sorry to disappoint. I mean, this is Edo, Japan, or thereabouts. There should be plenty of fanboys. You can just like pretend that these guys are all wearing feminine underwear under their clothes. There's nothing to prove otherwise, so yeah. Okay, so what I think I need to do to proceed now is just trigger one of these bridge fights. And use the Scroll of Killing to F the guy. So like I go here, I trigger the fight. Oh, I don't. Okay, so there is one bridge where I do trigger him. And we got leather helmets that I'll have to sell later. So it's specifically this. Doo-doo-doo. That does hurt, but I'm going to Jutsu Kinin on Danjo and then you'll attack. What do you mean affected? Tsunade is gonna die no matter what I do. Okay. Because I can't do a Wakakusa on a dead person. Right. I can kill him, then I'll get teleported back because Tsunade is dead. Yeah, he's healing himself. Ah, he unsealed! I'm effed! I'm effed! Yeah. Is this a Neko? Yeah, it is. So yeah, I have to go to do the bridge fight, but I have to seal his magic. And he's likely going to kill Tsunade because I can't cast it from Tsunade. Because he costs toilet paper and she does not have any toilet paper. Right, well... I'm gonna split my save into a different slot. Yes. Yes, write this down. I just asked you to do that. Why are you waiting? It's not a file, I know. Alright, with this I'm gonna stop the timer here. 11 hours, 17 minutes of Tengai Makyō Jiraiya. Good game, we made a lot of progress! Still having fun. Fun game. Fun times. Gonna come back to this game tomorrow.